There's the dealer! Hey! We did it! We pulled it off! I can't believe it! Where's the needle?
Oh, it broke off, baby!
Hey guys, it's Santiago here with Rogue Vans. Joining me with our resident Italian is Yari. Yari is a, if things go bad, have a Yari around specialist. We're standing inside of the eSprinter. We're going to be doing a full test drive today. We're going to see what kind of range we're going to get. We're going to see if we notice anything with hills, any kind of driving conditions. We're basically going to take you through what it's like to drive the van until the battery's empty. So, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're about to go. We're going to go from San Diego to, where did we say we were going?
Newport Beach.
Newport Beach. We reset the timer, 0 miles, 0 hours. It's telling us that we have a 167-mile range, but that's probably because we've been going like 80 miles per hour every time we've driven this. So we'll see what it does. We should be able to get 240 if we drive really nice. So I'm going to try and drive like...
Speed limit?
The speed limit, exactly. I'm going to drive the speed limit. I'm not going to speed. Let's see what we can do. We've got our CarPlay here showing us 80 miles to get there. So it's going to be conservative. We should have some miles left over when we're on our way back, and we'll basically just see what we can do. Let's go.
Let's go.
I think we're going to put the air on because it's kind of warm. So that's going to affect the range, I'm assuming. All right, 65.
It's really quick off the line.
Yeah, it's really nimble. So this is the high output one. We're like 3/4 of the way in the economy mode. This is perfect. 79 miles till destination. You know we're not lying because it's the tits. 46 miles from Rogue Van Company HQ. I'd like to talk to the person that designed those silos.
Yeah.
We've arrived at Newport. We've driven 80 miles. According to the battery spec, we've got another 100 miles, 98. We've got another 98 miles that we can drive. So if that works, then on a 93% charge, we will have driven 180 miles.
So we're not actually driving slow. We're driving speed limit.
Yeah, we're driving the speed limit, and I mean, I definitely haven't been like slamming on the gas by any means, but I'm not driving like super slow or anything. I'm not driving like 30. I'm driving like 50 on the local roads, and then I've been going 65 on the highway, so that's pretty good. We have 63-mile range and only 45 miles to go. But 40 minutes of traffic. So
that's going to be an interesting test.
That's going to be interesting because that means we have 18 miles left over and we have all this traffic. Hard to say, I don't know. Hope for the best. Yeah, so our range is actually going up in traffic. We have 59 miles, but if you look here, we've got 39 miles to go. So when we first hit traffic, we had a gap of 18 extra miles. Now we have 20 extra miles. So it's the opposite. I thought that the traffic would reduce our the amount of miles that we had to go till empty.
It's actually doing a lot better than
extended our range. Yeah,
like a lot.
I was skeptical.
I just go, whoa! It was doing 60 and I steered at the last second, like without braking, and I keep going like, bye bye guys. Yeah, bye bye.
15%.
Pedal to the metal.
Battery light on.
Yeah. And so it's a proper test.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to say, obviously we didn't get 240, but it would actually be possible to get 240 or to get above 200 for sure. Like if we were driving 50, 55 miles an hour or something. 5 miles, 10 minutes. You think we're going to make it? We're going to have over 20 miles to spare by the time we get there.
Great.
And I believe that number. So this is the last stoplight before the shop. We are at 13%, 26 miles left. We have 0.6 miles left on our trip.
So we did a total of?
We did a total of 160.
160.
160. Yeah, we did a total of 160 miles of driving. We have an additional 26, which would take us up to 186.
What it was saying this morning, it was saying 187,
Yeah,
so that's
it
great.
said, yeah, this morning it said that it thought we could go 187 on our charge. So
actually
it got within 1 mile. I mean, I think that's extremely impressive. All right, y'all, home stretch. This is it. This is the end of the line. We've driven 160 miles, 4 hours, 8 minutes. Says we have 25 miles left, so that would make a total of 185 now. And here we are.
And I was impressed how smooth the ride was. It was great.
Yeah. They made it.
Woohoo!
All right, guys, that is a wrap. I did not want to spend 4.5 hours in traffic today, but I did for you, so that you could get a real world testing idea. Again, we were in traffic a lot. Our average speed was between 40 to 50 miles an hour for the most of the trip. We hit a lot of stop and go. We saw the Sprinter doing really well in stop and go traffic. We saw it doing good in city environments. We saw it having less range when it comes to just flat out going all the time. I think, you know, obviously the eSprinter, there's a lot of potential as a delivery vehicle. If you remember the Sprinter vans being introduced into the US market, originally they were made to be delivery vehicles, work vehicles, that kind of thing. I think for that purpose, the eSprinter will really work well. It's to be foreseen whether or not camper vans are a viable option. Obviously, this build series is going to cover that. All in all, I'm really pleased with our results. We did not get 240-mile range. I don't think anyone expected that to happen, and there's even a disclaimer about it that is based on European testing. As we know, everything is more efficient in Europe. No, but obviously they drive slower and they have a different highway system. Our highway system is much faster with much higher displacement engines, with much less regulation, and I think that just generally means less efficiency, even when it comes to like vehicles just driving in different roadways. Our total range for the day topped out at a 185. We also established that the miles to empty gauge is extremely accurate. You'll remember it gave us a 187 reading when we first started, and it's also important to note when we first started the test, we started at 92 or 93%. We did not start at 100%. I'm not an EV vehicle expert. However, I think that if we had started at 100%, it is very likely that we would have gotten over 200 miles of range, which is pretty darn close to 240. Now, we're going to be continuing this build series with real world testing when we've done our full build out. We're going to do another road test when it's weighted down. We're going to do a before weight. We're going to do an after weight. You're going to be able to see exactly what the differences are. I think it'll be pretty fun. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.